will be trying to neutralize guys like Leomonster and ZMB on these aggressive plays. The in-game leader of ZMB has been leading the charge in such a massive way, and he's got a jacket inside. Isn't it supposed to be warm in Brazil? I know it's southern hemisphere, so it's not the hottest that it is all year long, but still.
Oh well. Maybe a jacket is needed to feel comfortable. Maybe it's a lucky jacket.
Forecast in which city do I run? I'll run Sao Paulo.
I don't know. Sure.
I'll run Sao Paulo. It's 23 degrees in Sao Paulo, so if he's wearing a jacket inside. Rio's 24.
Pretty warm. Generally pretty warm. And okay, let's get things going.
Brasilia is 28. Yeah, I don't get it.
No, I don't get it either. Though, let's see if Bestia get it on the server. LP moving very quickly into cave already. There is resistance, and if ZMB is running out of bullets, Nacho will take care of business there. Buddha low on health, but still able to find shots through the smokes. Headshots landing. Bestia are making clean work of this. Leomonster, I think he's lucky to stay alive to get the bomb down there. But with another pick onto Buddha, maybe there is a situation where he succeeds. Less than half HP. Oh, Buddha ends up falling. If he finds another headshot, may become possible, but no, doesn't end up actualizing. Instead, Bestia end up with round number 1.
You know what? Leomonster's impact in this one is actually pretty impressive. He's still able to get a triple kill. Bomb plant is there so they can run with a bit of a force buy. He was so low on HP, and they're still able to make it a costly round. That was a 2 versus 4. A 1v4 for Leomonster, and he's still able to get away with 3 kills, which is pretty decent. Good damage, keeping the CT side economy honest. But yeah, one of the main things when it comes down to the T side of LYP on Ancient is that it's very explosive, right? More often than not, we've seen him pick up the pistol round and then start rolling with the momentum, just going for a lot of off of spawn, very quick, snappy plays, explosive onto the bomb side. Straight up B rushes, A rushes that are coordinated with very good Yuto, and they're generally not a team that is shying away from the mid fight on a first timing as well if they notice that the CTs want to go and challenge.
You saw quite a lot of force buys. Quite impactful in the previous series between Imperial and Fluxo. An interesting game, worth watching back. But for now, it's just chip damage onto Leomonster, ZMB, and Divine. And Bestia are thinking about exploring. They could catch the timing here. Nice flash coming in from Leomonster, but it doesn't expect his opponents to be that close, that quick. Bomb leaning on towards the left-hand side of the map, but won't be staying there. 40-second mark, and things look like they're in the process of transition.
Nice position out of Buddha. Not ready for blue. Alison's going to get punished. Low HP on the follow-up players also. ZMB. That refrag is so difficult to get against the MP9. Buddha's just doing whatever the hell he wants with that banana position and in towards the lane. And Divine is low as well. He does take Buddha down with an instant headshot onto the Tech 9, but this round is just looking so complicated to be turned around. A 1v4 for Divine, just with an AK, 10 seconds. He's calling this one off. All right, Pavlos, let me ask you a question.
Please.
So, who do you think on the side of LYP needs to step up the most, and then respectively, I guess, vice versa with Bestia throughout the game? Because we've seen some good things and some bad things from both teams. Yeah, who's the condition? They cannot win without this person.
Allison, right? I feel like Allison is one of those players that is quite key in various segments of within the round itself, right? I feel like throughout the tournament, he's had some of the most highest of highs that unlocked potential not only for himself, right? He's not only high fragging, but he's also enabling the team in the process, right? He's buying space. So I feel like Allison is a good answer, but you could make the argument for ZMB as well.
No, I think Allison's a great answer, actually. A lot of stability, a lot of multi-kills. I think you hit the nail on the head. He's been an overperformer, in fact, for this LYP side so far this event. Of course, you did see the banner appear on the screen. That was Lorgar. Make sure you go and check out their platform. Best PCs out there as Bestia. Get their round number 3. But yeah, I'm willing to agree with you. I mean, when you open up the games that they've played so far and you check out Allison's individual performances, it is a little bit nasty how good of an event he's had, right? He's currently sitting on a 1.06, which doesn't really tell the full story. But the CCT that they played before that was a 134 out of him. So he's in a bit of a very good streak. Obviously, yesterday had a bit of a stinker against MIBR on the final map. But then Mirage was absolutely exceptional. Ancient was great. Had a very good map against the Bounty Hunters on Ancient as well.
Well, we are seeing LP in their very first buy round of the game. And already there's some spray shots connecting to the Leomonster to put him to his sleep. Ooh, nacho bolstering up cave defense. He's got 4 players around this B site for Bestia.
Yeah, they've left middle entirely, which is a ballsy decision. Eventually, Casson will have to rotate back and be wary of the possibility of a walk in towards Red Room, but this is a cool bait as well. Buddha's just jiggling. He's pretending that he's all alone here. You've heard him burn.
Ooh, Dink lands, but of course a FAMAS can't get the pick. Allison, headshot lands for him on the AK, and that indeed ends up to be a frag. 50 seconds on the clock. LP equalize the numbers. But what's the core? Look at the minimap. Hap on the other side of the world. If he makes moves into A and realizes that's empty, he might call the team over, but it doesn't look like that's the case. Instead, a B commitment coming in.
Yeah, there's 30 seconds. Hap is very disconnected from what's going on. Are they going forward? They are. What's the plan here? What is going on?
It looks a little bit disjointed, unclear, uncertain. Back. What? They wanted to sell the fake a little bit more, perhaps?
No, surely that was surely they tried. That's such a weird fake, and the CTs are going to beat them to the chase. There isn't enough time. There's 8 seconds. The CTs are going to be here. You can plant the bomb, but this is so weird.
Timo, you need to check for Allison's position. Whoa, he was making a lot of noise. How does Allison not look in that direction? This is peculiar. Maybe he was affected by noise on the other side of the sites. He was trying to help his team. But Hap only good for the 2 there. Even though that's more than you'd expect, it's not good enough, and LP's buy round is a bit discombobulated.
I really wonder if that was just to sell the fake. If you really send that one player in, just to make sure that the CTs are on board 100% with the fact that this was a B play. Or they thought they could get onto the bomb side, and then Hap would be in a good position for a lurk, so he can secure the round. It felt like with Hap walking out, they would just throw the Uto and just sprint straight away, right? With Allison being in towards the cave, he could have stayed there, controlled some of the rotations. That could have worked out, but yeah, that was a little bit of a weird round. And as you pointed out, Allison, you can probably guess that there was a lot of talking going on the team speak, and he hears the steps of one player, but wasn't necessarily sure on which side he's going to get peeked from. So that was a little bit tough. Bestia already controlling the stakeouts.
Yeah. It's a tough one. Tough world for them. You guys can make your world a little bit nicer and take advantage of the weekly bonus that Stake provides. More info in the banner below. LP. Light by coming through from them. 2 rifles. Leomonster. Burned up initially and finished off by Tamajan.
Split smoke gonna come through. ZMB's been spotted out. Cassin will try and just walk him down, and he's done that. The play's coming out of A though, but there's so many rifles. Nacho's just mowing them down. Tomajan towards the back of the bomb side. 0-5 survive for the CTs. LYP looking very, very disjointed right now.
I'll be fair here though, Ted. Bestia looked like they made some unnecessary risk there that could have gone wrong and given LP a way back in. Obviously, the trades went in Bestia's direction, so we won't get to see that unfold negatively. But, yeah, I think there's room here for LP. if they're able to handle their own communications, there are mistakes made that from BESTIA that can be exploited.
Well, it's been tough so far. Look at the nades. Look at the util damage. They're just starting the rounds handicapped. You can't play a fair round of Counter-Strike. Thomason on a straight-up spam through the smoke. Able to get the kill onto Leo. Buddha. He wants to go for the spam. It's in the most opportune of moments. Oh, he just walks right in front of his crosshair. Instant headshot, one bullet. It's just one of these games for LYP. Nothing's working out and everything's working out for BESTIA.
And they've got good decisions to dealing with LP as well. I mean, you know that LP love playing aggressive, so you're going for those early HEs, trying to stop LP from moving so quickly, dealing with the Molotovs. Look, I feel like BESTIA were earlyly prepared from MIPR, right? If you know that LP did such damage to the first seed of the tournament and the favorite to get out of here and go to the main event of StarSeries, you will be paying attention. You will be looking at the VODs and seeing what LP do so well. So BESTIA instantly having solutions to it.
Divine spotted. Not gonna get a 1v1 fight out of Nacho, probably. Even if he does find an avenue back in towards the A-bomb side, the most important thing for Nacho was gathering the information and staying alive. Divine has found a bit of a gap to get at least that bomb planted, so he will have money in the next round, but a 1 versus 3 that's going to be nearly impossible to pull off. And Nacho will put it to bed. It's 6 rounds on the board. BESTIA looking like the best.
You know what's worse about this, Ted, is the fact that BESTIA are upgrading to AKs. You've got 3 out of the 5 players holding onto that rifle. So you can't really afford to go cheap on your helmets and Kevlar and all. Well, you can, but it won't make a difference. These AKs can do so much on these fast plays from LP. It'll melt them.
I mean, you're just looking at the money as well. Yeah, you're right, but it's just an all-in-all very dire picture for the T's right now. BESTIA have got 2 players on over 10k. One of them has over $12,000. That's Cassin. He's not even opening right now. He doesn't feel the need to.
Switch up from BESTIA, playing aggressive themselves. That nade landing could do so much. And indeed, ZMB out. They want to back it up with a push into B site. One available to defend, and it's Cassin. He's got Nacho closing on the distance to assist, and indeed, BESTIA are 1 step ahead of LP every step of the way.
It's such a collapse. They're not given anything. No opportunities. Instant 2v5. Now into a 2v4. And Teemo somehow getting both these kills. BESTIA are winning every single fight around the server. They can't lose a man. Yeah. Ooh. That's right. That's right, ZMB. This is tough. A well-placed tactical timeout. That's the second one. But they've just not been given a lot of chances.
No.
I feel like BESTIA are much more instant than what they were yesterday. It's been a difficult game for LYP.
Yeah, LP being liberal with timeouts, I feel like, has been the name of the game for them this tournament. It's worked. It's helped them.
You kind of need to, especially in a situation like this.
For sure.
You need to find solutions, and you need them quickly.
I mean, they were liberal with them even when they didn't need them, even when they were ones on winning streaks, right?
They've got 10 kills across the entire team. BESTIA have 9 on 2 of their players each. Ooh. Shout out ATK. Best peripherals out there. You can go and check them out. And of course, pay attention for the banner for the giveaway that appears on the right-hand side of the screen. Thomason with another opening kill on middle. And officially, Thomason has got the same amount of kills as the entire LYP team together.
Oh, God. Don't do them like that, Ted. Well, they've done it to themselves. Best chance of survival for LP. Run a site, 4 players strong, try and run them down. This has not been simple, though, for them. BESTIA have had the answers. And you don't have mid for transition either. There's so much control available for BESTIA with Cassin so deep. The trigger doesn't land, but the margin has things under control. Assistance coming through from behind as well with the likes of Timo.
Do you want me to say it?
What?
Thomason's got 3 more kills than the entire team of LYP, 8 rounds into the map. That's insane.
Yeah.
They've won so many clean rounds on that CT side. Either 4 alive or 5 alive. Cassin's not died yet. He's on 5 and 0. Timo's died twice. Nacho's died twice. Thomason's died twice. Buddha's died 4 times. And that's it.
Well, this time LP are able to make it onto the site. But what can they do about it after Timo's flash? Not much. Overwhelmed. Well, the Timo finally losing his life. There's a way back in. No, Cassin begs to differ. What was that, mate? That was ridiculous. Just deletes him. And Divine hasn't got a clue where Nacho will come from and is fallen into the crosshair of Cassin once again. The moment LP think they have a chance of the round, there's always someone to disappoint them.
They're just trying to go all in, right? At this point, you just feel like you can't lose anything more. So you're saying, well, screw that. We're just going to throw the kitchen sink at them. Issue is they're catching that sink.
And they're
throwing it back at you with double force.
Slingshot.
They don't care. Have you seen the Kung Fu Panda scene with the fireball? That's what they're doing to you.
That's the Yushu pinky hold. Is it the Yushu pinky hold? Am I recalling it correctly?
I know, somehow they've summoned Exodia, but Bestia have just shown the mirror force. I know it shouldn't work, but look at Buddha turning around. What is going on?
He's like a Beyblade turning around, getting kills. Divine and Hap, last player standing, but Bestia have got their number running at them. It's a very slow run. It's more like a jog.
Wow.
But it's a leisurely run through the park, if you could call ancient park.
Pavlos, this has the potential to be the first 13-0 of this qualifier so
you've
far.
said it. Yeah, that's a jinx there, mate.
It definitely has the potential. I'm not saying it will be, but it does have the potential.
You don't mess with
1.02 and 10 for LYP. Cassin yet to go down as well. Weekly reload, $35 out of stake. Go and check it out.
Well, this could be LP's last buy of the round. Can they get something out of it? Divine gets something. Timo playing aggressive. Leomonster continues though.
All right.
Pot shots through the smoke. It's exactly what he needed.
Maybe that's the one. Maybe this is where they finally get around on the board. At this point, it feels very, very difficult to even imagine them having an opportunity to bounce back into this map. But I guess fighting for the morale, you still have at least one more map to be played out after Ancient. So getting 2 rounds here, the Pisto, something in the second half to try and make it a bit more competitive. This could help you out from here on out to make sure that the series does not end with this one. Of course, speaking purely mentally.
Hmm. 45 seconds. You're running down the clock here, LP. They might not favor you. Gives Bestia information. Buddha. That's 1. Damage onto Allison. The call is the A site. Is Cassin postured correctly? No. It was previously looking towards the A site, but the Molly and Smoke fake it out correctly to margin to equalize. A 2v2 is recoverable.
Oh, Thomason is very loud and proud about it. Cassin just now realized, actually, that's an A-side plant. So there's a chance. Oper posted. Surely Leo hits the shot.
Hap will be far away from the fight. He's coming in from behind, which means Leomonster's all by himself. He could get overrun quickly. Bestia have delayed their push, though. Leomonster gets the pick. Cassin tries to run his opponent down, but yeah. Leomonster has done enough here. Hap has appeared and will take his opponent down. LP introduce themselves onto the score sheet and finally make it rain after the longest of droughts.
Yeah, that was a good play out of Leomonster. And I guess it is a step in the right direction. Still a very long way to go. And it's all about the fact that they did buy that Yuto being a B play. Kasten didn't really clock very quickly that this was a fake. So OYP had enough time to get into comfortable post-plant positions. They get one round on the T side. I guess you get a second, you win the pistol in the first buy, and maybe it could look a little bit more respectful. You know what they say, every comeback has to start somewhere.
I guess.
But some of them never do.
Some of them never do indeed. No, even the rounds that BESTIA have won, they haven't been close to LP's end. But it would be a final nail in the coffin, I believe, if BESTIA get an 11th. Oh, the timing for Tamarjan. Ah, so this is what happens when you don't check corners, kids.
Hello.
Tamarjan teaching people how it's done. 3 picks. And Allison finally returns the favor. Yeah, Allison's sharp, but it's all too late. All too bleak. 11 locked in for BESTIA. That is ridiculous. If you're LP, you're probably thinking about the next map already. All right. Quite the mountain. Close to Mount Everest, I'd say. The tallest of them all. BESTIA 11-1. Doesn't get much better for that than that for a first half in your elimination series.
Yeah, 1 pistol round. That's all that they need. And even if they don't get it, they'll have plenty of opportunities to run away with Ascension. And this is the map pick of OYP, as you just pointed out, Pavlos. So, a bit of a scuffed situation. I guess you could describe it as being stuck between a rock and a hard place, and a train, and an airplane right on top of you. The push comes in. ZMB with a nice opener, making a double. All right, there goes the IGL topping away. Maybe there's a bit of a highlight cooking up.
Well, with Buddha able to shut down Leomonster, no longer the lurk in play. 2 players in ramp joining in. But Allison landing that headshot has made this ever so difficult for Buddha.
He's an ace clutch.
Won't be happening this time. ZMB puts him to his sleep. Tucked away with a bullet, with a blanket of lead. And that shall be LP's second round.
That's a good sequence out of ZMB. One of the most important things about this team so far has been that it feels like the good performance of the team has been very intertwined with the decent individual play out of ZMB, right? Him having a good day most of the time reflects onto the team playing much better as a frag in IGL. So him getting fired up, as he was on 1 kill at halftime, now he's on 5, could actually help OYP to look towards a bit of a resurgence throughout the series. And again, it is important how you lose a map, right? Especially if it's on the back of just 1 dominant half. If now they get a good CT side, they get up to 7-8 rounds, and then they lose it, it's fine. You can just say we had massive issues on the T side, but we're good.
Amount of margin, the double Ts.
Careful now.
Are making them sweat. Allison just missed an opportunity to get a pick. He'll get the win. He'll get the kill.
Yeah, but now they're behind him.
Oh,
They can get the refrag.
Me. Oh, boy.
You didn't realize that Buddha's running back to T-spawn, which means that probably his teammates are going to come back from A as well. He stayed hyper-fixated on Buddha himself.
Yep. It's called tunnel vision. And Allison just fell victim to it.
Now, the bomb is going B. If Cassin is passed and Tomajan is allowed to fake and make some noise, and Leomonster gives away his position, that's a very good position out of Cassin. Tomajan just needs to get into a fight. Doesn't matter if he wins it, if he loses it. Leo's probably going to make a move. That's great.
Big Molly. Now we'll move.
Oh my goodness.
And there is Cassin to surprise him. Over to this B site. Tomajan is staying silent. Doesn't realize his opponent was lying in wait. Well, we have a 1v1 in our hands. Both Cassin and Hap, 2 kills per piece.
And this is great out of Cassin. He's just going to push towards the other side of the square. He's not going to see anything. And soon enough, he'll realize Hap must be coming in from either cave or the ramp.
Perfect position for the bomb plant as well. Wide into the open.
No defuse kit.
No, this great. But that opportunity is missed. Hap is able to win the 1v1. Very nicely done by him to stay quiet and fake the defuse. One smoke basically saved him in the clutch.
Yeah, that was very good out of Hap. Textbook clutch. But still, a nice attempt out of BESTIA. That was such a weird situation with Allison going down, with Tomajan throwing a Molotov, and then Cassin getting the kill. Imagine what was going through Leomonster's head, by the way. He was like, what the hell are you doing there with the bomb? Your teammate is throwing utility on the A bomb side, and you're just sat here in front of B with the C4.
Another force buy from BESTIA.
Yeah, I mean, they did get the bomb plant with 4 kills, right? So you want to close it out here and now.
If they get given the opportunity, that is. Nacho trades his life over. Bomb left behind. No clear intention just yet from BESTIA. They just want to claim space.
Yeah, but these are the rifles that they can pick up in towards middle as well, right? You get those 2 kills. Zetabe's going to be left all alone in towards the cave. The only thing you have to do right now on the T side is not overextend, right? Allow the util to fade away. See if the CTs are going to group up and push something. And if they don't do that, then you group up and you just walk into a bomb site, try and refrag efficiently. That should be enough for 12 rounds.
BESTIA will end up on B, but a 4v2 should still be manageable. Gonna make a noise. Lazy swing to the left-hand side. There's information. Allison now needs his attention split to 2 areas. Margin shuts down ZMB's life. Now they know of Allison's location. Molly, that's going to delay the plant and allow Divine to close in. Allison is doing so damn much, putting his team on his back. Cassin, second attempt at a clutch.
Oh, he's moved towards the back of blue. This is massive. Divine is not going to spot him out.
Right into the corner, and he has to stay quiet. That's all he needs to do, and not budge. Oh, but he's moved. And Divine wasn't looking at him at that moment. Cassin getting the better timing. This time, successful as the last man standing for BESTIA.
Yeah, that was a great clutch shot of Cassin. The way that he isolates the fight, chases down Allison. Important kill out of Tomajan in towards the cave. Allison once again trying to bring in the impact, but Cassin able to catch him up. And after the fact, getting spotted in towards the cave, repositioning, using the smoke for cover to go towards the back of blue. The Oper was never going to be ready for a maneuver like this. BESTIA should be able to close that out from here on out. And this is going to be their best opportunity. Look at the buy for LYP.
It's bleak. But they do have 8 cheese. And with those 8 cheese, they'll take it a step further, try and aggress. Not quite sure if an upgrade has been found through the process here, but a pick is a pick. Always feels weird saying that word when I know what it means in Dutch.
I do not know what it means in Dutch.
It's not broadcast safe.
Oh. Well. We move. Allison. Timing is not that bad. Nacho's able to get the kill, but there's a lot of low HP players on that T side, so this is still a little bit terrifying now for BESTIA, and the pistols are picking them apart, so this might not quite be it for Ancient.
Alison's presence is just scary. It's intimidating. And Hap does great work from that distance on the 5-7. It looks like LP have some extra life in them, not willing to go down without a fight.
Yeah, they are putting up a good shift here, and we talked about it. From a mental point of view, this is important for a team, right? At least try and tire BESTIA out a little bit. Make them work for this. You don't want BESTIA to feel like they just went into the server and just rolled you over without feeling any resistance, right? Okay. Especially going into Dust2.
Did CMB disconnect?
No,
Timo,
that was Timo.
Timo got a 1D. Ah, yep. Right. Just didn't appear on the kill feed. Mid-fight, which Hap ends up winning. The A-side push from BESTIA continues. They don't have a bomb with them, though. They're just running in to see what they can find.
They don't seem to realize that Cassin is here. He could get a knife kill. Cassin, he's on your left, buddy.
No.
He could get a knife kill, or
he was thinking
just...
about it.
Yeah. You know what? I would have respected it. I would have given him enough money for an AWP.
True.
Might have been worth it.
His opponent did start to move, and he got spooked, so I don't blame him for pulling the trigger either.
Nah, he's not winning the round either way. I blame him.
Oh, okay.
He should have.
Okay, Dad. Okay, we get it.
You know what? You're 12-4 up. You're in a 1v4 with a Glock. If you get the kill, it doesn't really change anything. But if you get the knife...
a knife kill is a Canon event? Let's ignore that thought. 80k gear, there's a giveaway going on. Go, 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 because you missed the chance once the banner disappears. But BESTIA are aggressing. This time, unrelenting push from Tamajin. Pass red already. Haps seems to have the hunch that this could happen. But I think Tamajin's just happy to hold that angle. Divine misses the first shot. Tamajin, as soon as Hap is revealed on his screen, ends up with yet another kill. With the bomb going down, BESTIA have a big lead in the round.
Look at Allison. They're not going to be ready for this position. They think that Tamajin has got middle under cover. But actually cleared it out, but he missed the timing.
Which means Allison's going to play the trigger discipline game, get a little bit closer as much as possible to give time for his teammates to come in. 3v3, and Tamajin continues the lurk. This time, it's his turn to surprise his opponent. CMB takes a little bit of damage. Tamajin is here to put even more pressure. Allison didn't realize his head was visible across the box. Traded back, but time is of essence, and they are just running out of it. BESTIA get the match locked in their pockets. 13-5 is the score, and finally get across the line.
That was probably, without a doubt, actually, not even probably, the best performance we've seen out of BESTIA on a single map of Counter-Strike since the start of this one, right? And the
T-side on Ancient, it got frustrating, and they were saying, why can't we play the way we did before? And I feel like it's an ending cycle. It is a mental game at the end of the day, but now, knowing that they're one map down, brought down back to earth, now they can play relaxed. Now they can just focus on their gameplay, forget about what it means to go through these closed qualifiers and get one foot in front of the other, focus down and do what they can one step at a time. Let's get into the action though, as it is the Dust2 map to get things going for the second map of the series.
Could be AYP's last map of the tournament. They need a win here. Need to show their best face possible. CT side start. For the Brazilians, a little bit of veto. The majority of it in the hands of ZMB, but Hap and Divine have some as well. So you're working with 2 smokes, 2 HEs, a bunch of flashes, no defuse kit. Allison's made a step, and that's been ordered by the T's. ODDIK coming in. Thomason, opening kill. Allison goes down.
Important kill. Yes, there's something himself in the right direction. Great HE onto the smoke, and it's caused Hap to get a couple of picks. Now, they want to move into B, but the bomb's been left behind in no man's land. And HEs are continuously being nuisances. ZMB not quite tested, and finally is coming into the fight. Nacho also shut down with the flank. LYP, great response in the mid round.
Yeah, it's just the util that makes all the difference, right? The fact that you've got that HE for the smoke on a pistol round, not a lot of teams will. And have had that nade into our CT spawn, opens it up, gets a double kill, drops the bomb right in front of the doors. It was a good opening kill coming out of Tomashin, but there are the taps from the USP. This is what makes all the difference. And Hab just going in with a crazy important multi-kill from the pistol itself. ZMB doing a good job as well, winning that fight against Tomashin. We've got a bit of a technical timeout. Can't really afford to overlook a team like LYP, let alone underestimate them. They've shown why yesterday against MIBR. Quite realistically, this is also why it could be a little bit frustrating if they end up losing, right? Because as of right now, LP, they were literally 1 kill away from beating MIBR yesterday, right? In a 2-0 fashion. So for them, it is very important to be able to, I guess, put up a fight again. For those of you that didn't watch that game, they won Ancient 13-7. And then the moment that things went into overtime on Mirage, they had a 3-0 half on the T side.
Yeah.
And then they couldn't close it out from 15-12 against MIBR.
It's been crazy, I think, for OIP. A lot of highs and lows. It'd be unfortunate if they go down so quickly after their performances. But this is how things go if you're not able to bring out a consistent form. Now, First Blood goes to BESTIA. Decent setup for the CTs. 3 players around the safe site, and that's where BESTIA are debating to go.
A lot of damage done through the smoke. They're still able to drop one more. ZMP on the spam will find Nacho. And Buddha's down to 37 as well, but Leomonster has been tagged down too. And there is an M4 in the hands of Tomashin. Kasten has a scout. Another bullet through the smoke.
No, you can't make this up. There's just a smoke, and they're just exchanging bullets through it from long.
Gotta be careful with the scout. 5 HP.
Yeah. Goodness me, 50 seconds. Look at the movement coming in from Leomonster all the way around the world. BESTIA aren't careful. This flank will be oh so important. LP with a clear idea what BESTIA are trying to go for. Out through the smoke or just divine timing. And indeed, Leomonster's position is left unchecked and therefore should end up cleaning up for his team. Although he's taking a sweet time to cross. There goes the MB. And Tamarjan now left in the 1v2. Sees a long player, sees a jumping player, ends up getting the headshot. Could potentially win it! Somehow Tamarjan brings out a rabbit out of his hat. Brings the magic that's necessary for BESTIA to win.
ZMB just kept jumping. They flashed through. He kept jumping so many times. He knows that Tomashin is low on HP, but he's low himself. Look at that. He just gave him an opportunity, and Leomonster, look at a headshot through the box. Tomashin plays it to perfection. Oh, and that's tough.
Give him an M4, give him a clutch. He will thrive.
They've even called for a tactical timeout on the back of Tomashin winning that. They're letting LYP sink.
Oh, boy.
They're like, yeah, we're going to let you think about that.
Oh. Yikes.
God. That's a bit tough. Also, there's a little bit of lore when it comes down to these teams as well, right? In case you're already losing hope. The last time those two played against each other, obviously LP won, right? That was on the 31st of May. They did lose Mirage 13-2. Now, the difference is that we don't have a Mirage here. And Mirage was the map pick of BESTIA. Now LP have lost their own map pick. So, context is important, but it's not like they've not been in a similar position, is what I'm trying to say, against the same team. That was the Bad Boom Circuit X Base Recife 2026 LAN happening in Recife, Brazil in May.
BESTIA making their intentions clear on the 50-second mark as EMB forced off the angle, but halting will add some questions to the mix. CT smoke and the pivot into B. Flash to delay. No HE to break the smoke this time around. BESTIA can walk in here freely. The two players locked in. The ward door. Leomonster left unchecked to get things going, but it's just a pick per player for that CT side defense as BESTIA continue their pursuit. One left behind. This is awkward. This is so damn awkward. But the chase continues for Buddha, not letting to settle on the side itself, not letting his opponent get a chance in the round as BESTIA end up with a dub.
It's a little bit all over the place from both sides, right? First, the flash goes in towards B, and both teams just running, looking at the right-hand side, completely tunnel-visioned on the window player, forgetting about the guy that could be right behind him and towards the car. Honestly, lucky that they were able to get the refrags in towards B. And then you see the whiffs out of the 5-7 in towards mid doors. They will get a little bit of time, right? But it doesn't really feel like LYP are as sharp as they were yesterday, purely individually. Sometimes you just need the right round. You just need something to snap. And unfortunately, the only thing that is snapping right now is their backs. Clean conversion. Only one player going down. That was Buddha. But he still did get a double kill. Cassin with a triple. BESTIA 3, 1 up. First buy round out for LYP. You've got the AWP in the hands of Divine and for everybody else. How do you want to approach this? The T's have a B spawn and a very good one. Do they want to use it?
It's a good question.
They will.
Grouped up together. Flashes. Leomonster gets both. Gets three! Leo! What a hold! Instantly puts a complete full stop to BESTIA's push.
No one looking on the left-hand side. No late flash as well. Leomonster playing the anti-flash to perfection. Dodging the first one, turning around, gobbling them up. And you're finally seeing a response out of the CT side. Spamming through the smoke in desperation is Buddha, but there's nothing for you left in towards that B bomb side. A complete shutdown provided by Leomonster. And I wonder if the player on the back of the side was spotted. I think that might have been the case. Maybe that's why they were so focused and no one turned around.
It's unfortunate for BESTIA for sure. But a good response that LYP definitely needed. Getting guns in and holding onto them.
It's such a sick spray out of Leo, by the way. It's so easy in that type of a situation to just get the double headshot onto the first guy and then just get messed up with some of the body shots. He did get the kills with body shots, but it felt like every single first bullet into a new person was a headshot. And then he just needed one body shot to finish it off. It was very, very satisfying.
Indeed. Not the end of the road for BESTIA. It doesn't cripple them economically. Well, they'll think twice before taking an approach like that again. Leomonster coming alive. It's fight back from LYP. That's important. And they're looking to take this game by their own hands. No need to be reactive when you can be proactive. ZMB up first, but Cassin quickest to the headshot. And for that reason, it's first blood for BESTIA. Does Alisson overstay?
I think they realize there's going to be more aggressive players in towards the middle because of that deep smoke. Alisson, he's already too far committed. Can't go back. Needs to stand, fight for his life. Tap it away. How is he still alive? Finally punished.
But these AWP shots from Divine, they're insane. 2 picks already. Cassin's all by himself. LYP overwhelmed with the mid push.
It was all delayed flashes. Massive chaos. In towards middle.
That's crazy.
No,
those flashes truly were something else, and Allison being able to stay alive throughout it.
I mean, there was 2 players that were literally running right in front of him, but they were both fully blinded, and he was fully blinded, and no one could see the other.
Very true. How about it? So, this round's done, and LYP will be able to square things up. And even though the previous round didn't put Bestia on the back foot, this one definitely will. Only a single rifle held up to by Cassin. A bit of a statement from LYP as well, that they're willing to play their own style again. Throw curveballs that Bestia need to find solutions to in the mid round.
I think that's the best approach that you can have in a situation like this, to be fair. If you are LYP, you already got completely dominated on your own map pick, right? That wasn't even close. So what's the worst thing that could realistically happen? What, you play Brave Counter-Strike and you lose on your opponent's map pick? That would be a lot more expected, right? It's much better than trying to play to not lose. At least they're playing to win right now. They're playing with conviction, trying to go all in. You gotta respect it. It's a good mentality to have. They're not simply willing to lean back and wait for Bestia to run away with the win. They want to go and die like true warriors. If that is to happen. And it might actually lead them to a recovery.
Nacho tag down. Still have to respect these pistols. The ODDIK potential is still strong. LYP picking in through mid. Case in point with the ODDIKs. Imagine thinking about when's the best time to push, and he hears Allison move away, but Leomonster is on time to keep his teammate alive. Here's the bomb plant on the cards. Timo ends up being shut down. Nacho unable to convert a second kill. This will be all they'll be getting. LP, for the first time, other than the pistol rounds, are in the lead of this map.
Yeah, we've got a bit of a technical timeout. Thomasin disconnecting. Hopefully everything's going to be all right with him and he's going to be able to come back into the server for this game to proceed. Of course, we've got 2 more days left of the qualifier, and we can use the time to give everyone a bit of a heads up onto what's going on as well over at the North American qualifier. We've got Energy and Voka in the upper bracket final. In the lower semifinals, we've got LAC playing against Sportsbet. This one is currently going in favor of Sportsbet. It's 11-3 on map 1. And in 2 hours' time, Marsborn is going to be taking Regain.
All right.
So yeah,
Stack lineup.
Yeah, we've got a pretty similar way of distributing things here over in South America, right? 8 teams, 1 team making it out. We already have the schedule for tomorrow as well. It's going to be MIBR Shinden and Fluxo against the winner of the series that we're watching right now. MIBR Shinden is going to be a good one. That's going to be the upper bracket final. Winner makes it into the grand final. Loser goes into the consolidation on Sunday.
Yeah, the qualifier for South America and North America look exactly the same in terms of format. It's the European one that was a little bit different. That's already concluded. They had 2 teams making it out. I think Aurora and Magic were the ones to make it through there. But enough of an update for us. It seems like this tech pause may last a little longer. So we'll throw this over to a break and we'll be back as soon as possible. All right. How about that for a short break, everybody? Didn't take too long. We're in for the action. It looks like Tomajan has been able to rejoin.
Yeah.
Another buy round on the cards as we get rock and rolling for round number 8.
Speaking of rock and roll, ATK, that's rock and roll, the rock and roll of the peripherals, so make sure you go and check them out. But yeah, we were playing a little bit of a prank on everyone. We didn't actually need the break. We just wanted to mess with you guys. Haha.
Fooled ya.
But we're back. We've got another buy round. Casts in on that scout. Molly in towards B. Nacho was looking for a little bit of a fight. He was in the mood for some trouble alongside Thomason. A bit of a slower default. Allison tried to block the smoke, couldn't do so, but he does have a gap in front. That's a very overpowered setup. 3 players in towards short. They're going to need a decent amount of veto if they want to undo that. One Molotov's not going to cut it. NYP quite ready for a fight. Buddha's still able to get a kill. Honestly, that's impressive.
It truly is. Well, this Molly's keeping them back. Bestia have been delayed to kind of have a quick response on this, and LYP are throwing a curveball in the mix as well. Hap joining in on catwalk. He's alone for now, but spotted. He's done quite a bit of damage. Ends up with a pick, but he can't really be satisfied with that. Allison wants more. Nacho shutting down Devi's life, but Allison is super accurate. Won't be losing out on many 1v1s. Cassin in a very familiar position. A clutch. He knows his opponent isn't on site. The plant will be safe, but what about after that?
He's going for the kill! That's mental! Cassin! No respect, no fear. Only bullets.
That's so smart. That's so smart. The only thing that everybody would have expected him to do is go for the plant there, but he's got the information, realizes the last man standing is the B player. Expects him over ramp. And there you go. He's been in way too many clutches today to not end up winning one.
He's been doing a good job. You can see why he's the guy left in the clutches. Still, money's very low for both teams, though, so the T's need to be careful. And Cassin, from being the clutch hero in the previous, now being the entry in this one.
I wonder if Bestia want to pump up the pace here. That HE grenade is mostly avoided because Bestia pull the brakes. A very familiar smoke from round 1 is completely avoided. Bestia think it's best not to counteract it.
Thomason's got a good position. Leo's not seen him. Just clear him eventually. And he's not seeing anybody else in towards middle, but Nacho's already here. Smoke gives it away. Thing is, Leo's not spotted anyone, so as much as he's provided himself with a safe avenue back, he doesn't realize that the bomb was right in front of him.
That's fair. I wonder if the call there from LYP is more important to go for the upper tunnel control. It seems like that's the case for them for now. That's what they're trying to put pressure on.
Oh, Timo's going to make it look like they just smoked once to try and bait out the reaction, and they're going to go late. He's got another smoke.
Here comes smoke number 2, 40 seconds. LP not falling for it. Oh, maybe they are. They see the second smoke, and they do indeed fall for it. And Leomonster falls in front of their grasp, and now they realize this is where the push comes in. Molly, perfectly timed. That's going to deny Bestia's pace. Dink landing onto Nacho, but he holds onto his life importantly and ends up replying. Allison, so important to hold on his life here. And he's not quite checked. Finally seen. Cassin, great rotates. Understanding, and with that, the round is secured.
That was such a ballsy move out of Cassin, by the way. He had the opportunity to try and run in towards the B-bomb side to try and help them to get the kill on Allison, but he was like, you know what, guys? I trust you. I believe in you. I know if I stay middle, if I cross towards the truck, you just have to get a refrag onto that second guy that we already know is in towards the B-bomb side, and we're going to be able to pull it off. And they did buy it. That second smoke in towards CT spawn, that made him feel like it was going to be the late recommit in towards the A-bomb side out of the T side. Everyone starts moving around. All of them get caught in very weird timings. Bestia out calling LYP. At least in this one. And again, it's Cassin to get the first one and the last. He's had a lot of impact in this series. Especially here on Dust2, Bestia might get an opportunity to get a 6-4 lead on the T side. ZMB is the only one that's been able to hold on to his rifle. And Leomonster might want to keep a lot of that money. Just to make sure that they've got enough to put Divine on an AWP in the next.
For the most part, LP have been able to be quite disruptive. And now it's going to get increasingly difficult to have that effect. Decent boost. The flash permits the peak, and it's a double kill from the lower tons players. Allison, the bravado to go for a play like that, but damn respect for trying it, but that desperate measure will not have an effect.
Still 2 players around the mid doors. This could get a little bit tricky for Thomason. But it should be a pretty clean conversion.
Yeah, especially with the bomb now targeting it towards this A side. They're clearing a lot of space. No real resistance coming in. They'll soon realize that A side's clear.
Yeah, best case scenario, they get their hands on 1 gun and they save it for the next, right? But this is still going to be 6 rounds for Bestia. And there still might be a potential chance for 8 rounds on that T side. Let's not forget, this is Bestia's map pick and they're already 1 map up. So the closer they get to that number 13, the longer the road is going to look like to LYP.
Leomonster keeping Bestia on their toes, but other than that, it's going to be cleaned up. Save them for Leomonster, and it's better than nothing. After all, an eco round from LYP, and indeed lead extended for Bestia. They struggled at the start of this half, but now seem to be somewhat in control, and that control can be illustrated by taking it a step further. Nice attempt on the boost, but great util from Bestia at the start.
Yeah, they've been very cautious when it comes down to the protocols, very diligent with the way that they clear out a lot of these positions. And opening kills have looked very good for them, by the way. You're looking at 7 opening kills. Already. That's out of 10 rounds. So very few and far between have been the successful aggressive plays for LYP, at least when it comes down to the first fight. But now they've got the
smoke
money.
now may cause some alarm for LYP. They don't particularly have anyone near mid. And beat the support short. No other noise created on the western side of the map. No reason to truly rotate. Falling Cap switching up his position. Head up with a molly though. Cap is able to clean up. Allison, good angle. Tamajan not expecting his opponent to be there. Bestia being plucked apart one by one by various different members of LYP. Hap also regressing outside of block. No! Knife out! It felt like he had the perfect position for an interruption. Buddha, does he have a way back in?
He shouldn't. It's a 1 versus 5, but it's all about the damage. It's all about the damage. He's on 51 HP, boys. That's a 1 versus 5 ace clutch for Buddha. Don't let him have it. That's too much.
Divine has an AWP, so the cross is near impossible for Buddha. That's exactly what it will be. So hold your horses. Nothing extraordinary here, but LYP answering back. It's decent.
These 3 kills are still concerning though, right? Considering how clean the start was. That should have been all 5 alive. The fact that Buddha is able to get a triple kill, making all of them reinvest, that's keeping the CT side economy low. Now, the issue with this, we're about to enter the final round of this first half, so it will remain in history as just a nice attempt out of Buddha. Allison's changed the camera angle, by the way, I've noticed. It was on the other side, yeah. We can't really see the bunk bed anymore.
Getting to see a different side of his face. BESTIA. Struggling to get a hold over the round. Timo answering back in a 1v1 versus Hap. It's a very important pick to get. It's lured LYP to put pressure on that A side of things, but the push in mid seems the most disruptive.
He's in T-spawn. I mean,
God,
people should know. I think they know this is a possibility, and they're looking for him. Yeah, this is very smart. They're aware of this timing.
ZMB still gets away with murder. Nacho says enough. Run straight at him. But they have to give up a lot of space to deal with it. No way. This is a second 1v1 by Timo in long that he wins. This time against a scoped in AWP.
Yep, missed shot. Divine is going to be kicking himself. A wide peek out of the Galil punishes. Low HP on Timo as well, but it doesn't make a difference. And Tomajan is opening in towards middle. What is this round? That's turned into a very funky situation, and they're even walking on the right-hand side of the smoke. There's no one here.
No. Allison was sort of hoping with the smoke that BESTIA would get spooked, run away like they did last time. But this time they commit. No one's home. So for the final round of the half, LYP have a retake scenario in their hands, lacking the numbers. Molly on the side, does that flush anyone out to the open? Not really. Timo barely surviving with 1 HP. It's ridiculous. Eventually goes down, but Leomonster has to give away his position to take him on. Allison, yet another nade. His nade presence has been great, but it's just 10 HP taken away from Nacho. 1v1 isolated to Martin. Will he be able to take this on? Allison has got a very difficult task on his hands. Cross onto the site, be toyed with all the way on to the here. So Martin can hear the commotion, knows Allison is nearby, and even though Allison will end up with the pick and be the last man standing, it will matter naught as BESTIA will end up winning the round by bomb explosion. 7-5, slight lead. Can it be maintained on to the next? Very close second map. Very close indeed is this second map. And 7-5 is the score for BESTIA. Slight lead for them. Ancient was a completely different story. It feels like if LYP get the ball rolling on the T side, things could get tough. Sure. Hap getting the first. Bestia, group up in Cat, trying to take action, but they are completely subside long, just ignore it. Interesting. I guess they didn't expect their opponents from long to push so quickly. It's the only way I can put it. Huh. Timo. Even on 12 HP, finds impact. Buddha cannot hold on though, so it's Timo's game here. LIP decide to push together. Timo has a corner to work with. Makes it competitive. Damn. All right, LYP. A very important pistol, and like you said, Ted, sets up the tone a little bit. Very quick. Leomonster running up with the first pick, but these pistols are singing. What is the response? Trying to catch up quickly. Allison doesn't want to overstay his welcome up on window. And with the bomb down, defensive stance is taken. And you can even see ZMB over in tunnels. Now this smoke is interesting. Blocks tunnel vision over from doors. Molly and window main funnel Bestia into ZMB's hands. That's exactly what happens. They're sprayed upon, shut down, trampled over. LYP with a bit of a statement round number 2 of the half.
What you can also check out is the best PCs over at Lorgar. Lorgar ready to play. How long was I away from Pavlos? You could hear me all the time.
I could hear all the time.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Oof, clean. Very clean. And this looked even like a setup for Bestia on the B site. Had all the players around. Nevertheless, it only took 5-10 seconds to clean them all up. But here's the buy round for Bestia. Even though they started off the half with the lead, now they have to claim it back for themselves. Not going to be an easy one. StakeCod still believe that in this map, Bestia can still make it work. After all, Dust2 is their bread and butter. But LYP are giving them a good run for their money. This really could go anywhere.
Big buy round. Allison taking all of that space very rapidly into Orslow. We're 138. He's already climbing up Xbox. Showing no fear. They're getting ready for the late walk out of long. The AWP of Castan actually caught out of position. Dropped by Divine.
Oh, ooh, I thought... this is crazy. What is going on? BSD are just getting deleted. Buddha needs to step up, but against 2, it's too damn difficult. Tamajin seems to have a good idea of where Leomonster is, but doesn't matter at all, because LYP winning on every single engagement.
It feels like something just flipped, right? They just started playing with so much conviction, so much speed, and now that they get to control the money game on the T side, they get to play a braver style of Counter-Strike. Things are working out much more better. Leomonster, 15 and 10. Allison, 14 and 12. Hap on 12 kills. Divine on 13. ZMB is maybe slacking a little bit in comparison to all of his teammates, but he's still calling a great game. This is looking like a team effort for LYP. And Bestia might be struggling to close out their own map pick.
Definitely looks like it. Buddha with a hero M4. Molly to his feet, still gets some damage across.
Got a double.
It's insane how he got away with it. Still difficult for Bestia. The map has pretty much been split in two. And with that, two defenders separated on each side.
The bomb is still top mid.
Brilliant entry for ZMB.
The bomb is top mid.
But BST don't know it either. The margin isn't looking. Allison may be in danger. And indeed gets run by. AK collected. Sure, the bomb is mid. But ZMB has lured the entire BST roster in his direction. He's shut down, and now BESTIA scratching their heads.
Oh my
Where
God.
on earth is the bomb? They've just found it. Halp into the open. Sure might be able to get some damage, but Nacho runs directly at him. BESTIA with the upset.
That's insane. What a round that is out of Tomajan. And that was so weird. Two players walking onto the bomb side. The bomb still dropped in towards top middle. They didn't really know what to do. They never recovered it after that initial kill out of Buddha. That was such a good find out of ZMB. But look at Tomajan. Not even stopping. He's just running around, shooting people in the head. And just when it felt like LYP were establishing some level of control over this game, just when it felt like they could get that 10-8 lead, BESTIA respond back with a half buy. And Tomajan having to disconnect, unfortunately. So we're going to slow things down for a second. Gonna give us a little bit of time. I'm gonna ask you a question, Pablo. It's a very private question. What did you have for dinner today?
What did I have for dinner today? I had a dish called macarronia de forno, which is basically pasta in the oven.
Yeah. We actually call it the same in Bulgarian, which is very funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. But did you have them? You had them sweet, right? Because we have them
Sweet.
Yeah, we make them sweet here.
No, savory.
Okay.
It's pasta with mincemeat.
Oh,
and
with
bechamel on top.
Oh, okay. No, we have the same.
It's brilliant.
We have the same name for something, but it's a different thing. It's macaroni with it's pasta with feta cheese, with butter, with sugar, with all of these things.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
You put it in
I've
the
never
oven.
had that.
Yeah.
What did you have for dinner?
And you put some milk on top, and yeah, it's good. Well, rice and chicken.
Rice and chicken. Ah, basic. Tasty though.
Yeah.
Healthy. You weren't too pleased about that. You're like,
Yeah.
it was
No,
something.
not really
That's okay.
tasty. Healthy, yeah, sure.
Fair enough.
Yeah. What did you
Put
guys
some
have
spices
for
on the
dinner?
chicken, man. It'll get interesting.
Well, yeah, I am getting the chicken from a local grill nearby, so I'm not.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, so we just got some information that apparently Tomajan's got some issues with his PC, folks. So unfortunately, we do have to send this one into a little bit of a pause. Hopefully everything's going to be all right and we're going to be able to resume with the game ASAP. But for now, we're sending this one into a break. Don't go anywhere. We might be right back any moment.
All right. Tech pause over. We can get going once again. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for your patience. As it seems, Tomarzin has rejoined the server after experiencing a few PC issues. I think a restart may have gotten us back. I do say this, but we've paused once again. No, there we go. Unpaused. Drama over. How do you feel about this one, Ted? It's a close game.
Yeah, I just, well, hopefully there's not going to be a lot more technical issues, right? Because this is the one sure thing that could distract some of the players, but thankfully we haven't had a lot of these. I feel like BESTIA were in a position where they were letting go of what was going on, but obviously before the break they were able to pick up a bit of a half buy, so now things might have changed a little bit. 80k gear, the giveaway, go and sign up. Click on the banner below the stream to find out how to be part of it. But yeah, I felt like LYP were running away with Dust2, so I'm not gonna lie to you. It probably should have been a 10-7 lead, but now it's a 9-8, so everything's turned around. The CTs might still have an opportunity to close this one out in 2. As LYP once again taking things slow. A bit of a default. Re-clearing middle later on with that mid smoke in there. We've got a triple setup in towards short for BESTIA. They have let go of middle. They've just got one player in towards B checking periodically for a timing. That's going to be Nacho. But LYP, they are slowly moving back in towards that B bomb side. Question is, how much presence do you want to show in towards mid? Are you going to be able to take the attention away? You've got Tomarzin and Nacho both ready to welcome you. And Tomarzin's got a Molotov.
Spotting out early.
They've smoked them off on B.
Don't really want to overcommit. This is interesting indeed. LYP committing to the full B hit. Tomarzin knows of this. But Allison instantly rips him off the face of the earth. And with that, Nacho goes down. Surely this is the guarantee. Nothing much else is needed. Shawzy and B gets shut down on rotation, but there's no entering back into the B site fortress.
It just felt like they misread the situation, right? You had the double push in towards short. You saw one player. And then, I guess, you just thought there would be more people out of middle. It felt like there wasn't a clear communication flow between the B players and the guys on short, right? Because the guys on short must have known that there's no one out of middle. You just heard one person, you saw the util, but you saw that there was nothing else. And then you had both Tomarzin and Nacho on the B bomb side, both of them just leaving to try and regroup and fight middle. And then Tomarzin was holding the line, waiting for a peek. That one never came, so he wanted to go a little bit deeper, and then the timing came through. That was a little bit unfortunate. Both the B players falling down without a single kill. LYP will get their 10th round in the end. Now, because of the saved weaponry, BESTIA can go for another reinvestment, but a second tactical timeout is in place. This could still go all the way to a third map.
LYP are definitely leaning in that direction, and it would be quite the upset to take Dust2 away from BESTIA. This is a trustworthy map that BESTIA have had. Have been undefeated on it so far this month. Played it quite a few times, 7 in total, or 6. Either way. They're not ones to fall easy on a map like Dust2, but another investment coming in. LYP is such a difficult team to deal with. As the T side, they just get in your face, can, from a moment's notice, collapse onto a site. It's really hard to fend off their style. BST adapt on time off the back of that timeout.
Hassan looking for the break of the smoke. Flash is good to force him out of position. He needs to be careful for that quick walk out middle, but LYP have taken all of that space into towards short instead. Do they want to commit?
Ooh.
All right.
But it doesn't believe what he saw. He got quite confused with that one. But the rest of LYP looking to move into mid. Not even smoking CT as Divine wants to take that fight to them with the AWP. The actual smoke comes on the other side of the connector drop. Tomarzin ends up falling And with that, it's a 2 versus 2. Bomb in the middle of the map. No decision made just yet. You've got to adapt mid-round.
Just doesn't realize that they're going up short. Soon enough, he'll start hearing them. And he was very loud and proud about the way that he was going down. He's climbing on top of the box. This is a massive risk, but he's going to claim both of them. That's such a crazy play out of Cassin. But it does work out, and BESTIA stay alive.
It's so clutch as well. LYP did a couple of unpredictable moves throughout that mid-round. You have to stay diligent throughout it. Buddha gets surprised at the start. Then you have the deep smoke instead of the traditional mid to B smoke. Then you've got to deal with them mid-round rotation. And Cassin not only steps up to the plate, but completely obliterates that attempt from LYP. What an insane round.
It's mental that he's got the balls to climb on top of the box like that. Leomonster dropped Buddha. Early opening kill, that wasn't towards long. It was just a straight up peek for a couple of bullets. Try and get that opener. Now they might be lining up to go out late. Cassin is here with that AWP though, and look at the push in towards B. Nacho's cleared out the B tunnels. They know this is going to be an A round. Can Cassin hit the shot?
He can. And down goes Hat. Smoke, this should stop the movement. But they're not going to stop at all. They want to rush right past it. Teemo to punish, bomb into the ground. But a minute on the clock, and it's still a 2v2 with Allison rotating in from CT.
Does
Can this be read by Samajin? Hasn't got a clue.
Does Divine turn around? That's the question.
Oh my god, it's a flank on a flank. Bomb now is closer to Allison. But does he expect Nacho to just leave? Surely he must have figured it out by now.
Nacho's going CT spawn though. This is a great plan. If Allison wants to go back, he might catch him on the cross.
Ooh, risky. Very risky. Full focus on both players. Molly to give Allison just a bit more space. Sentry counteracted. The push is on, but Nacho gets the headshot. Such an important clutch. BESTIA would have lost that. It would have been a completely different story, but with BESTIA winning it, now that they have found equilibrium and anything could be the outcome of this map.
These rounds are so chaotic. Opening kill coming out of Leomonster. Cassin gets one, stays around, gets punished. They just jumped through the smoke thinking it was going to be clear. One player had an 8 out. And it comes down to Nacho. All of these around the world rotations, all of these different avenues of attack. Does make it work though, and the stake map winner prediction now favoring BESTIA. We're leveled up 10 apiece, and BESTIA are 3 rounds away from eliminating LYP. $35 bonus over at stake. Make sure you go and take care of that. Try and take advantage. It's a weekly as well. Just click the banner below the stream. LYP. They're clicking on the force buy button. Not a single AK. Triple Galil, double tech 9. Limited Yuto.
Right. LYP looking for this mid break. Smoke to come in, but LYP are not ones to smoke. To stop with smokes. Buddha not quite having his crosshair at headshot level. Confused by all this movement. His flashes can be overwhelming, but Nacho has a smoke to hide within. Wait a second. This is B-site access.
Low on HP though, and look at the flank. Teemo's going around the world. Allison's heard the steps. Teemo's being very loud about this.
So Allison will be prepared, but you need Cassin to avert the gaze. Injury doesn't do too much.
That's a massive molly though. So now Teemo doesn't need to be worried about that position. He can hard clear Allison.
Oh, the flash. Allison tries to jump the gun. Realized his position was compromised. Leomonster though will run out of bullets. A perfect sequence from the BESTIA boys. So many clutch are required, but finally getting the lead back for themselves.
That's actually a very smart way to use the incendiary, by the way. You say it didn't do too much. What it does is allows Teemo to be fully relaxed when he's going out of the tunnels, right? He can be very sequential with the kills and the checks. And there was a follow-up flash as well to set him up for the first one. The headshot angle in towards the last box is the trickiest one when you're coming out of tunnels, right? When you know that's clear for sure, then you can focus on everything else. That allows him to get that kill. A lovely approach into the retake. Great work coming out of the AWP of Caston as well. LYP coming close, but no cigar. Another buy coming up. Once again, you don't have the most optimal purchase, but you are forced to keep on going all in. You're in no position to call off a purchase here. You're in no position to play a half buy. Allow BESTIA to get up to 12 for free. And you know the CT side economy is in a pretty tough state as well. So you win one, game's on.
Ooh, great entry for Hab. Buddha gets caught behind the smoke.
That's 3 rounds in a row now, by the way, that Buddha's just died straight away, but they won the last 2.
Risky from Tamarjan, realizes his presence and gets out of dodge. Thing is, does he realize to what extent LYP are here?
They've actually left.
They've left. Really? Tamarjan will figure that out. Leomonster takes him down, but no adaptation. Full mid control for BESTIA. That's what they try to achieve. And with Nacho moving in on tunnels, we'll only see the one play here. Timo, seeing the long cross, is giving away the idea. The bomb is allowed to push through. BESTIA's times to clutch are over as LYP are just have a way too dominant performance. And all the necessary steps are taken as well. Molly to
do they give this a go? Away. Now I wonder. This is a 2 versus 3. Nacho's picked up a double kill. They don't really have a lot of money, but they do have a defuse kit. I think they are.
Okay.
And Alison's pushing long
to get some more space.
He's very isolated from this.
But the longer the fight takes to actualize, more time Allison has to get into the back line, and Caston won't have a clue. Knife out and shut down. No rifles taken to the next, and an AWP saved for LYP to equalize the score at the same time.
And now that's put the game in a very, very interesting spot. If you're a bestie, you probably need to go all in, but your all in is not going to be a pretty all in. You've got enough money to put Caston on an AWP, Buddha on a rifle, and he can't even go for the M4 because he wants to have a little bit of Uto. And you've got 2 pistols and an MP9. Now, Buddha's been going down on minute 45. 3 rounds in a row. They need to hold on to the lives of their players.
This time, no overstepping. LYP, very decisive with the control they've gotten so far in mid. If you're BESTIA, best chances by grouping your players together. And a lot of emphasis is placed on B and hoping Cassin can keep the fort of A under control. Just a single flash and smoke. BESTIA aren't fully falling for it just yet. One spotted. They don't realize that's the AWP yet, do they?
They've just seen a player jiggling, right? But they do have a couple of flashes. They should use them.
Yes, they're on rotation. They're nearby, but this is going to be awkward because LYP has the high ground. Focus 30 for LYP. Allison gets the pick, and Cassin can't answer back on time. If you're BESTIA, you're probably giving them this one. You need as best as a chance to come back, but with Tamarjan getting 1 pick and Timo potentially being confronted in mid, is there an opportunity presented? Doesn't look like it.
All right.
This is expensive.
They don't have a defuse kit though, right? So this is them just locking in the T's. It's such a weird round because Leomonster somehow missed everyone, and he was behind so many people throughout this round.
Timo is surrounded.
Ooh.
But not going out without a fight. And a potential AK upgrade to one of his teammates. Yep. gun collected by nacho. So better equipped getting out of that round than getting into it are BESTIA. But LYP on map point for Dust2.
Do we go all the way? Do we go in towards a nuke? LYP. What a rough game that's been. They're one away from forcing a third map. BESTIA double, MP9. 5-7, and Buddha, a lucky man to be alive. A wayward opportunity by Divine.
One of the downsides of BESTIA the past year was the early casualties. This time, not the case. But LYP are making moves all across the map.
Ooh, Timo's not burning. That's interesting.
Stay there.
Yeah, he's going to have a good timing to even push after this, right? If they're mulling long like this, maybe you want to wait it out. Either fall back and play the 5v4 or start going forward. Cassin's still on A with that AWP in towards short. LYP have lost Hap. Where do they want to end?
Doesn't want to risk it.
Leo's going B alone. Is he walking out?
It's a patience game. The M4 isn't picked up, right?
He's dead.
But he gets two down with them. It's a crazy value game from Leomonster. Timo is alerted by the shadow, but the fight for short continues. 29 seconds and you've got two of your best men on the job, Allison and Divine. The first of which does not last more than a second.
This is OT, surely. 15 seconds on the clock. Divine's got the bomb on his back, but this is going to be such a difficult clutch. He's got an AWP and a rifle to be worried about in towards long. First shot misses. 6 seconds. Doesn't have the time for the plant anymore. Shot connects, but doesn't get the kill. BESTIA force extra time on Dust2.
Oh boy, such a close game. And I feel like this is the only place the game could have gone, right? So many back and forths. And especially on the second half, it really feels like they've been training round by round. In this particular round, I felt like LYP may have spread themselves out too thin, right? I feel like they were trying to open up many fronts at the same time, not fully committed in each one of them. A bit too risky, right? If you end up getting picks, that's fine. But that didn't end up happening, and BESTIA were able to get ahead of the curve. Oof. Nasty flick from Divine. And that's LYP back at getting first blood.
The play is going to happen in towards B, though. Thomason going to get tested any moment now. They still have that AWP of Cassin up close. Thomason with the spam, able to get the kill onto Leomonster. That's a good start. The bomb is far away. They can't really commit to try and get that refrag onto Thomason, and he keeps spamming in. Still got to be careful.
There's a molly. That'll delay LYP. Head up with the smoke. Spray. Oh, ZMB and Allison were ready for it. Needs to hurt a little bit. Buddha will need help. One walking out. ZMB! How does he get that pick first? How does he land the headshot so quickly? It's given them the round. It's given them the sight. It's enough.
Yeah, that was a little bit... I mean, that was a great turnaround out of ZMB. But you can ask Buddha what he thinks about that one.
Yeah.
I know what he's going to tell you. He's not going to really want to speak about it. That was... yeah, that was rough. That was very rough. Felt like a good defense out of BESTIA, but then Thomason couldn't find the connection to get a kill. Peaked right before the smoke opens up, and Buddha put himself in a great position, just couldn't get the shot.
Terrorists win.
Importantly, the AWP survives for BESTIA. They end up losing 2 rounds consecutive and having to rebuy that. Doesn't end up working. Timeout used. BESTIA trying to maximize as much as they can at the start of overtime. It's not been an easy game. NYP is so damn difficult to deal with on this attack.
Yeah, and it's been a little bit rough for BESTIA in the last couple of rounds. They were able to force OT, but all in all, it feels like energy levels are pretty low. You're seeing some small little minor details that are lacking, right?
Sure.
Some micro mistakes, some moments when timings are getting missed. They've had some issues when it comes down to the opening kills as well. BESTIA gonna get tested in towards long very early. Allison has made his way out, but there goes BESTIA. That's much more like it. An opening kill for the IGL.
Ooh, Cassin as well gets tested. No flash available for Leomonster. So he ends up falling, and that's 2 picks to the good as LYP try to transition.
Cassin's here.
Into mid they go, and Cassin's moved over once again. But this time, he's got friends. Slowly but surely, they take over the server. No stragglers remain.
Yeah, they just tried to go all in, right? The moment that you see these rifles fighting in towards long, you're thinking, okay, they've started 3 long. There's going to be a gap on short, but this is what Cassin was waiting for. He knew that they were trying to take these gaps in towards short later on. So he just posted himself straight away. He was anticipating that run up. Instant drop down CT. Lovely triple out of Cassin. In a clean round out of BESTIA to level things up. Shout out Lorgar, our official PC partner. Go and check them out over at www.lorgar.com. Or just click the banner below the stream. Much easier.
A little bit more quiet this time around, but Cassin starting to get confident. Feels like that's what's been missing. Cassin on an AWP.
He's had a couple of very big rounds. And it's just the opening picks as well, right? BESTIA had a couple of consecutive moments where he would just get shut down. Just like that. Towards the end of regulation. Yeah, it's been a tough couple of rounds for the IGO. Cassin's here, though.
Cassin's really carrying LYP on BESTIA on his back right now. Now is requiring a little bit more help. A short being tested. Nacho, indeed, taking down Leomonster, turning around to do even more. Molly is an issue. But Hap in the 1v2. At least that's what the bomb plant. This is doable, especially when they line up! What a spray by Hap to put LYP on 14!
What a moment to step it up. A 1 versus 3 clutch. The first kill wasn't even him. It was just a Molotov. And the player walking inside of it, BESTIA felt like they did enough. What a 1-tap out of Leomonster. But look at Cassin. He's been putting so much effort. Nacho with a double kill, turning around. And Hap, they didn't even wait for him to tap the bomb. They just wanted to go for the double peek, provided him with an opportunity, and he obliged.
Oh boy, and this is all interrupted by a bit of a tech pause. Don't want to slow down the pace like this, do you, LYP, when you're running so hot? What is that from Hap? It felt like everything was done correctly from BESTIA. Especially from Cassin. Yeah, BESTIA can't believe it. He's had a rough few rounds at the end. This map has truly become quite difficult. Completely different story to the first one, right? Ancient was fairly straightforward for BESTIA.
It's kind of like their trademark, isn't it? That's the BESTIA classic. Like they love a good old overtime. Yesterday against Galorys, we had an OT on Ancient. A triple overtime, I believe, or even a quad overtime on Cash, and then a 13-11 on Dust2. They do love a dramatic ending, Bestia. We can give him that. They've been part of some of the most exhausting maps of Counter-Strike we've had in this entire close qualifier. But they somehow keep surviving. They keep persevering. Can they do it again against LYP? That's the big question.
What's the next step? I'm left fairly behind here for BESTIA, so it feels like these introductory positions are interim. We don't allow a lot of long control for free. And now I've placed Cass in pit. This has created a lot of interesting decision points. Bomb collected. Silence on the map. Smoke resurfaced.
That's a bit weird. They've not shown presence anywhere, and on 30 seconds they're grouping up in towards long behind a smoke, and they will have to go through this.
LYP starting to move away though, so this might be the best timing for BESTIA. If they dry peek this and don't make any noise, could be left unwatched. But the smoke and
late.
molly does come through.
They need to go.
17 seconds. They can't afford to drop any players here. The sprays do come through. No HEs remaining. So, but Divine, given he's got the line of fire, will be able to deny any sort of plant. In they go, and they get completely obliterated. Turn to mulch. LYP in absolute control.
And Casting goes down after a time as well. He's barely got any money. Sure, he's going to receive a drop, but that was a very shy round out of BESTIA. You don't show a lot of presence around the map. You don't bait out any of the CT side of Yuto, and then on 15 seconds you're trying to run onto the bomb side from long with no flanks, no nothing. It kind of feels like they wanted to walk onto the bomb side and hope that the round was going to get given to them by LYP. Incendiaries, HE spams coming out. And yeah, Buddha's definitely not happy with how things went in the previous one. BESTIA have lost a couple of rounds that they probably could have gotten a little bit more out of. And LYP keep on punishing. So efficient.
Yeah, you can't help but feel that something's lacking for BESTIA right now. Decisiveness perhaps is one of them. You know, things are not rolling like clockwork, like they were in Ancient. The shaky BESTIA has resurfaced and reappeared. But for LYP, it's been clean, right? Good reads, good responses, good protocols. This is why we were impressed by them earlier this tournament. Postured for a B push. With careful attention given to mid. Never mind.
A lot of them are jumping over towards short, right? And all of this is being heard by Divine. Yeah, he's heard 3 people jump from lower in towards the left-hand side.
Here comes the execute, 50 seconds in. The flash enables Buddha's entry onto Allison. ZMB closes in on ramp, and he does have reinforcements with the likes of Hap. He'll peek out with a flash. It's perfect. Ends up with a double. Buddha counteracts it. This is so cutthroat because LYP responded so quickly. They're closing in, but Nacho creates an alternative line of fire, giving some breathing space to BESTIA.
A massive play out of the long player. Without Nacho, that could have been a little bit more scrappy, but That one kill allows them to get that extra space in Buddha. Again, good work on the openings out of the IGL. CT side was a little bit rough around the edges, but on the T side, it feels like he's coming back to his senses. BESTIA staying alive. Leomonster knows that this round is out of reach, so this is 15-14. BESTIA still in a position where they could try and take this into double OT.
Terrorists win.
There is the opportunity.
That was
That
terrifying.
flash from Harp.
Yeah, that was terrifying. ZMB was so close to getting all three of them. The last player that got the kill on him was on low HP as well.
Fine margins, dude.
Yeah.
Real close game.
Millimeters away from a disaster.
Still losable. Very losable. For both sides.
I mean, inevitably one of them will.
Yeah, that's how games go.
Oh. Unless we're stuck in an infinite loop of overtimes.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah. 100 rounds to 100 rounds.
Ready to break records?
No?
Snake Chi onto Buddha. Another claw. Yeah. BESTIA have been a bit clunky with their movements and now moving into catwalk. Will this position be checked? Allison with first blood. ZMB comes out of the shadows, but you can't easily win that fight. Timo, a very important 1v1 in mid. And now the map is wide open. B-site seems to be the
big
target.
kill.
nacho running right after Leomonster, and that opens up the fortress for themselves. That should be the win, surely. Divine needs an absolute monstrous no-scope to keep things going, but BESTIA come alive at the very end when it's most needed.
Yeah, all of these rounds are just straight up crazy. Borderline carnage. Look at that. Buddha going down to a fully blinded Divine. You get a 2-for-1. Timo's running down middle, getting a kill. Nacho gets the one onto Leomonster, who was blinded. And Timo just closes it out with a triple. Cassin's had enough. Lou break. And this game keeps going. A BESTIA overtime. Name a better classic. Name a bigger classic. It's always the case with these guys. They love it. They absolutely adore an OT affair. This bottle looks so huge because of the camera angle.
It's a water bottle.
It looks like the bottle is its own person and it's just sat right beside Divine and watching the game.
It's a bottle of water. Ah!
Oh no. Why was that? Why did that sound like you just got a, I don't know, you just had some electricity go through your body?
I don't know.
It's literally like
That wasn't my intention.
It's literally
My
like an
intention was to
electric
be
shock
like, I'm
hit you.
scared of the bottle.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'd sound
Look
like
at
if
that.
I'm hit by electric shock. Water bottle. Can you guys tell it's nearly 3 a.m. for us?
Human observed.
Ooh.
Report to other water bottles.
What a world would that be? So, another set of overtime rounds begins. And this is for elimination. LYP have had such a stellar tournament. They wouldn't want to let it go right here. Timo with first blood. B-site cleared out. Allison, the biggest change maker of the tournament for them, finds a headshot and might want to continue to be a menace.
That's a big kill. That provides him with an opportunity to get back into the round. Timo gets dropped. Bomb's going to get planted, but a 4v4 retake, as much as it could be a difficult one to pull off, it's not impossible.
Definitely not. But you might need to wait for Hap to join in. He's very far away and could run things late. Brilliant timing on the molly. That's exactly when it looked like ZMB wanted to get on window. Damage across the smoke. But HP bars are going low everywhere. Allison connects once again. How does he keep getting away with this? Buddha, he sees his opponent, but enough time is given for ZMB to counteract it. Divine shows him who is boss, and LYP might just get the defuse just on time, and that's exactly what they do.
How have they pulled this one off? Allison's just getting kills through the smoke. Divine does the same. Bestia get bested after getting a free entry onto the B-bomb side. That's probably the miracle, the dream that they were hoping for. They just run through the Uto, get a free opener, but then they get shut down, and Allison's bringing in all of that impact once again.
It's mad what this guy's done for his team. It's crazy. The picks out of nowhere. And then, sure, you might want to, if you're Bestia, you want to be hurting yourself after missing some of these situations. But finally, Timo taking things to his own hands. Matters within his own control. This time they don't commit to A, though, after the picks. They want to go to B. And it's a dry pick to put Leomonster having a nap with the other monsters. This should be a secure one this time. Sure, it was a 4v4 difficulty earlier, but Allison, come on. Surely not. He's always a dangerous bugger. But Bestia have an answer, and this time we'll square things up.
One thing that Allison is very good at doing is punishing. I don't want to call them small mistakes, but whenever there's a micro mistake, an individual one made on the other side, he's there ready to punish, right? He's a very serviceable player. He's the type of a guy that seems to realize how things should be done on paper, and if the people on the other side of the server don't do things on paper, well, then he's there, ready with an axe to just chop their heads off. Yeah, no unforced errors this time around. They will make sure to hold on to the double AK, which is good for the CT side. They can still get that AWP in the hands of Divine, but you're going to have the double one-shot kill shot potential. Double AWP setup as well. Leomonster is bringing out that secondary big green.
Is it too late to say we have a game on our hands?
I think we've had it in a very long time.
We've had 2 games on our hands.
Yeah. We've been having a game on our hands for the last couple of hours.
Okay.
Astute observation.
See, I'm an observing guy.
Yeah. That's kind of what we do.
Observe and talk about it.
Yeah. Hap.
Handsome low on health. Hap also struggling. Shut down by Timo. Timo in overtime has very much stepped up.
Yeah, he really has. Had a couple of very weird moments throughout regulation, but it feels like he's getting a kill or two every single time now, every single round. Cassin going to fall back. They still have left nacho in towards lower tunnel, so this is going to be a group of playing towards long with one player in lower, but this is much different than last time around. You've got much more utility and opening kill, and Allison's low, and you do have nacho coming in from short side.
Smoke falling. They've thrown the smoke as a fake a lot of times, so it's a bit of conditioning as well that LYP are not quite sure if this is a complete takeover. Instead, it's 2 players running down Cat, and Nacho's just playing the quiet game in mid.
Big kill.
This time, catches the right timing at Allison. Divine turns the favor.
Ooh.
But these mollies are doing quite a bit. Nacho in lower. What a
He's just
nuisance.
staying alive.
And him by just being here is going to cause problems for LYP.
Look
Going
at
on towards
Cassin.
B. Oh my word. He's got the right idea of where to expect his opponents from and lands onto Divine. Knows he doesn't need to swing it anymore. He's done his job. Yeah, this one's done. Even though Leomonster had a chance to get another frag there, it does not actualize. And BESTIA are able to get the lead after a very long time.
Great work coming out of Teemo, and these guys have really stepped up in overtime here on the T side. Look at that opening kill out of Teemo. Takes so much space. Nacho doing God's work in towards middle as well. Getting the kill. Molly, nades, staying alive. Just by being a nuisance, he secures them the round. BESTIA have gotten 2 rounds now. Another bonus tactical timeout for LYP. Of course, you're getting another reload for both teams the moment that we get into a new set of overtimes. So at least they get to discuss things and try and rally the troops. Can BESTIA get another OT win? They've been in a similar position before. They were in the same position yesterday. But it was fighting for survival on cash, and they were able to close it out in a 22-19 fashion against Galorys. Now is to put an end to it. Close it out in a 2-0 fashion and eliminate LYP, and you're just 2 rounds away. Can Allison be the hero once again?
Temo is left to his own devices in long. He can always decide to push it out of there, which is the dangerous part. He's never really chosen to do so this game. Pressure exerted in mid and short. I guess they're not willing to challenge for this location. Mid smoke, Allison walks forwards and gets taken down instantly. That's a big player to take off the server.
Nacho's got a kill as well. The B defense has to stand tall. Teemo's found another one. Nacho goes huge. Thomas in with another, and they're just getting peppered. The mid to B split doesn't work out. It's Thomas and Nacho and Teemo in quick unison to get that 5-piece as BESTIA get 2 map matches series points.
It's crazy how much impact Teemo's had here. Tamarjan as well, doing a brilliant job. What a standout performance coming in for that B-site hold, and it's not even close this time. If you're LYP, this really hurts. It's not impossible to get 2 rounds consecutive. They've been pretty decent on the T side. But this is the first time BESTIA have been the ones to threaten the map win. And this is just map win. This is for the series win. Tamarjan with first blood. There's a quick counteraction. LYP are trying to do what they know how to do best, and that is just run their opponents down.
Another molly. They can't go for the refrag, and now they've been smoked off. Nacho's just blocked him perfectly. Thomas needed that 1 kill, and Nacho was there to hold on. He's on 27 and 21.
They've been denied the space. They've been denied the pace as well. And for that reason, they need to be creative in the mid-round. They're lacking the players. They've only got a single flash, a single smoke. This is not going to be easy.
They've been denied so many possibilities. This is the best chance BESTIA is going to get to take this game and close it out. A 4 versus 3. The T's have barely any util left. You've doubled up and doubled down into war short, and this is what you need. Even if they take long space, you're going to hear them every step of the way. Spam being very loud and proud about it. That was an opportunity. Divine could have punished Nacho in towards middle, but he misses the shot. And they are going up short.
Comprised of moments. The winning team usually is the one that
going down mid
of them all.
This is audible.
This is perfect for Teemo and Buddha, because no one will check behind them from now on. 2 laser focus, and it's a shooting gallery for Teemo to exploit, continuing his presence in overtime. Divine's location telegraphed. BST will not budge, will not give him a fight, or maybe they will. 10 seconds on the clock, and the job is done. BESTIA nearly get bested, but they hold on, they stay strong, and they knock their opponents out of the competition.
And in true BESTIA fashion, they close it out in double overtime. These guys have played